Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you are all having a great day. We have a lot to cover, so let's begin. To start things off, cryptocurrency adoption has gotten a new dimension now that Yahoo Finance has integrated the buying and selling of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin on its platform. At the moment, XRP, Stellar's XLM, and Bitcoin Cash and a host of others do not have buy and sell options on the platform. A crypto enthusiast by the name of Pompiano made this revelation. He's saying he was elated that the cryptocurrency adoption virus has just started. He said you can now buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin on Yahoo Finance. The virus is spreading, which I guess it kind of is. This is no doubt a giant stride for the cryptocurrency community, as observers have pointed on several occasions that crypto acceptance in all strata will result in a massive price increase and not the Bitcoin ETF being campaigned for in recent time. Data used on the platform is being pulled from Crypto Compare. Meanwhile, it is still surprising while Ripple and Bitcoin Cash, which rank ahead of Litecoin, were not included. With the latest development, there's hope for crypto lovers that there's light at the end of the tunnel, but some are displeased for the one-sidedness of Yahoo Finance, which failed to initiate the idea based on the coin ranking in the crypto market. While there may be a future addition to the number of cryptocurrencies with buy and sell options, other cryptos still have presence on the platform. It's kind of weird that they wrote that twice. Anyway, so what I think, one, this is great. I know a lot of people don't usually use Yahoo per se, but I think Yahoo Finance is still fairly well used, and a lot of people do actually go there for price quotes. I used to go to Yahoo Finance to get stock price quotes many moons ago. I think when it comes down to the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, and the Litecoin, I think these are just the safest coins for them to put out there. Everyone knows Bitcoin. Ethereum is constantly heralded as this amazing thing, and I think Litecoin is one of the oldest coins that sounds familiar to Bitcoin. I think a lot of people probably have not officially heard about these. They aren't as in the spotlight as the other ones. That's kind of how I'll say it. I assume that this is also US based, so maybe they're trying to cover their backsides as much as possible. This is just kind of how I feel about it. It's still great that you are actually able to buy and sell crypto at all on Yahoo Finance or any other platform. This is kind of what it looks like. I was digging around. It's gonna take us a couple seconds to load because my computer's awful. This is kind of what it looks like. You have to really dig around in order to really find the buy and sell options. Like, it has all the prices, but when you actually click on the Bitcoin and you have to click on something else and you kind of have to dig for the buy and sell, but they actually do have the top 112 coins listed. Maybe they're adding more every day, and maybe that's why it's such a weird number. But I'm going to assume that in the relatively near future, they definitely will be adding other coins. Keeping in mind the ones that they're actually listing is very interesting. Anyway, continuing on this exact same note, like in the exact same breath. Right. Yahoo Finance, one of the world's largest news sites for real-time stock quotes and market information, has added a new feature to allow cryptocurrency trading on its platform. Got that? According to a blog post on Thursday, however, the company has enabled the function on its iOS mobile app, which now supports in-app trading for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and for some reason, Dogecoin. The announcement came amid various tweets online yesterday indicating the service appeared to be also available on the desktop version of Yahoo Finance. The feature is not visible on desktop browsers at the moment, but Yahoo Finance said in the announcement it will extend the service to Android, desktop, and mobile web platforms in the future. The firm added the new feature via a partnership with Tradelet, a platform that integrates with brokerage services to act as a hub for trading financial assets. While Yahoo Finance didn't offer details on which brokerage platform its iOS app is connected to for crypto trading, Tradelet had at least integrated with the US crypto exchange Coinbase, according to a statement this year. In fact, the news site stated its partnership with Tradelet, that's such a weird name, in September 2017 to let users do in-app trading of traditional financial assets. However, the exposure to cryptos at the time was limited to viewing prices and portfolio performance. So this is relatively good news. I think it's weird that they chose the Apple platform before the Android. Typically what actually it is in the States, a lot more people have Apple products than they do Android. Like I think there's like a 60-35 split or something like that. But in the rest of the world actually tends to use more Samsung and Android type devices. So I think that's kind of weird. But I'm assuming that apart with the first beginning of the video, that this is all for US customers, or they're trying to aim for people living in the US. I guess I'll say it that way. Like I said, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, I think these are the safest ones. This is probably only what they've heard of. Just to not be mean, but to be more realistic. For some reason, whenever someone is adding something to a crypto exchange or to crypto anything, they only tend to add typically these two. And then so for some reason, Litecoin as well. Not that you guys know I like Litecoin, but to be honest, there are other coins that are ahead of Litecoin. And the Dogecoin thing is just kind of weird, but I guess there are a lot of people who love Dogecoin. I don't have it in this video. Dogecoin went up by like 25% yesterday or the day before, something like that, because they announced something called Ethereum that is going to happen, and I guess it's a fork off of Dogecoin. I don't know exactly what's happening in the world anymore, but this is the altcoin news. So this is, Yahoo Finance. If you are using Yahoo Finance, you can now do all of these things. And I guess it's pretty good because a lot of people are always looking for like alternative ways to kind of buy and sell crypto. I guess I'll kind of put it that way. Next up, whenever this ends up loading, there we go. Guess my computer's not that bad. Earlier this week, Lily Katz at Bloomberg reported that the GTI Vera convergence divergence indicator suggests the Bitcoin downtrend is over. Experts have echoed a similar sentiment, expecting the bear market of the dominant cryptocurrency to come to an end in the upcoming months. According to Katz, the GTI Vera convergence divergence, which analyzes trend reversals and exhaustion with the traditional money averaging convergence divergence MACD, has historically been an accurate indicator of long-term trend reversal. For instance, earlier this year, when the GTI Vera signaled a trend reversal, the price of Bitcoin surged by 39% the very next month. In an interview with News BTC, Yoni Assia, the CEO at leading multi-asset trading platform eToro, that has more than 8 million users, said that the correlation or correction of Bitcoin in 2018 was healthy for the long-term growth of the crypto market. A lot of people have said this. It's very weird. We want the prices to go up, and a lot of the people who are, I guess, maybe deeper in the game or who have deeper pockets, or even the crypto developers, they all said they were very happy that prices actually went down during 2018. More importantly, as Maddie Greenspan said, a senior market analyst at eToro, the demand for Bitcoin at large cryptocurrency exchanges and trading platform has not declined throughout the bear market. He said this chart is sensational. Despite falling prices this year, clients at eToro are increasing, not decreasing their Bitcoin holdings. I think we spoke exactly about Maddie Greenspan about a day or two ago. These are all the charts. Not going to look through them or read through them because you all have eyes. Asia shared the sentiment of Greenspan stating, and I do quote, "Despite these adjustments, however, we have not seen a significant dip in demand for digital assets. As the market matures, more investors are expanding their portfolios to include cryptos, while new investors are opening portfolios to trade crypto assets. We do not expect this demand to slow down anytime soon, as more people recognize the potential of crypto assets." On CNBC Crypto Trader, during an interview with Ran Neuner, Shapeshift CEO Eric Voorhees also shared his optimism toward the trend of the cryptocurrency market, noting that while the bear market of Bitcoin could continue in the short term, the lower price range presents a decent opportunity for newcomers to buy into the market. I think we also spoke about, Eric Voorhees the last couple of days as well. Like I said, a lot of people are sharing the sentiment. Note the date. Note what is happening tomorrow or what day it is tomorrow. This news is going to continue to tumble out, but we've heard this for quite some time by now. A lot of people saying that they think or believe that the cryptocurrency market is very close to completely recovering. There was also, I can't remember who it was. There was someone, I want to say it's the CEO of Binance. I think he deleted one of his tweets. I think it was him. I have a feeling. Anyway, point is, someone who's very rich in the cryptocurrency space posted something about that the next bull run is going to be like one of the greatest things that has ever been witnessed in human history. And then he deleted it like a couple of minutes later, but of course it's Twitter, so everyone like just screenshotted it. And this is, no one knows for sure when this is going to happen, but everyone keeps saying that as prices have fallen and more people have gotten into the market despite the sell-off, because typically what's happened before, as prices have gone down in the past, everyone has fled from the market, and then it takes about 2, 3, 4 years for it to recover. This is apparently going to be a lot shorter, and the next bull run is going to, from what I've read and from what you've heard me read, and I'm sure what you've seen around as well, it's expected that the next bull run will last anywhere from 6 to 18 months. That is not to say that there will be, a complete shot up every single day and Bitcoin's price will reach $35 million. This is more like we will have a bullish sentiment over the course of a 1.5 year period, which also then leads us to 2020, which is also expected to be some other crazy time because this is when Bitcoin's reward gets cut in half. I'm very excited for all of this. I don't know if you can tell by the sound of my voice. I want all of this to happen right now, and I wonder what the prices of these coins will be. I wonder which coins will not be around. That's also something that's going to be very important. Same way a lot of other CEOs have been coming forward and boasting about their coins. They've also been coming forward and saying that a lot of coins that we have right now will not exist in 2 years, because once we actually see use cases for a lot of these coins, and the coins that don't have use cases, a lot of people have put their money into, these coins will completely evaporate. I guess I got a bit off track with the whole the Bitcoin sell-off over, but the point is I love crypto and I get really excited when I talk about it. So this is why I trail off every now and then, unless I'm like, well, anyway, continuing on. Moscow, or Russia, is in the news today. Moscow's government is planning to use Ethereum as part of a system for allocating trading spots during weekend farmers markets. The system will record applications submitted by farmers who compete for a limited number of commercial plots. Some 15,000 trading spots are up for grabs, with the market season stretching between the 20th of April and the 25th of November, and farmers coming in from Russia, Armenia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, and Kyrgyzstan. As might be expected, there's a push to get a spot, with some 20,000 applicants submitting their bids each year. The idea is to use Ethereum as a way to create an immutable record of applications, with updates made for those who are either approved or denied access, according to Andrei Borodyonkov, who serves as the blockchain product manager for Moscow City Hall. He said blockchain is an additional guarantee that the incoming applications remain immutable, as well as making the audit of the application history possible. Not going to really read a lot more. It pretty much comes down to the entire farmers market thing. The reason that this is kind of significant is that Russia has been, there have been rumors for quite some time that Russia plans on using, or has planned on using, Ethereum. I guess this is kind of the first weird use case that they're trying to get into. A lot of people have been expecting that they were going to use the Ethereum tokens. Anyway, I don't think in the near future that Russia will be using the Ethereum tokens just because of life. But there have been meetings before with Vitalik in Russia and with prominent Russian members of state. I don't know exactly what to even call them. So it is expected that they're actually going to be using it more on like a permanent basis and not just for the farmers market thing. I guess the farmers market thing is kind of like a test run, but this has been, I think, in the works for about 2 years now, that Russia has been in contact with Vitalik Buterin and a number of other people from the Ethereum project. So let's see exactly if they end up doing something, because if I'm not mistaken, Vitalik is also Russian, and this is, I think, where part of it comes in. Not really sure. Would be interesting to see if the Russian government ends up putting their like major files and applications and all these other things, like the other things that are sitting on other the country's computers, onto the Ethereum blockchain, which would then also, like I said before, make the Ethereum blockchain more valuable, simply because you now have a government putting all of their files onto their systems. Next up, this is very good news. On the 29th of August, Bittrex, one of the leading cryptocurrency trading platforms based out of Seattle, announced its supporting for new trading pairs on its exchange. Cardano and Zcash will be available for trading with USD on the platform from the 5th of September. The tweet said, and I quote, We're rolling out more USD pairs. On the 5th of September, we're launching US dollar markets for Cardano and Zcash. Eligible Bittrex accounts created before August are already enabled for USD trading. Bittrex launched the market for USD only a month ago with Bitcoin and a few other cryptocurrencies. This was believed to be a progress in fulfilling the goal of cryptocurrency and blockchain adoption. For USD markets, the customers are provided with two options facilitating USD trading only or the withdrawal, deposit, and trading of USD. It seems kind of weird that this also, the secondary option also contains this. Kind of weird that they're not together. Anyway, however, the customers are required to fulfill the eligibility criteria and should be part of either Washington State, Montana, or New York to participate in the USD market. There are certain criteria for the international customers as well. Among many significant developments, the most recent one has been the announcement of Bittrex partnering with Rialto Trading. This was done to expand the alternative trading system, or the ATS, of Rialto by adding digital securities into the system. Earlier this month, the cryptocurrency exchange also launched USD markets for big cryptocurrencies, mainly XRP and Ethereum Classic. On the social media platform Twitter, a considerable amount of agitation has been witnessed regarding the issue of the limited number of approved states for trading Bittrex. Not going to really read any more of it. That part, what it comes down to is, if you have never been to the States, or if you have watched some of my other videos when we were talking about the States, for some reason, the United States is actually like 50 smaller countries squashed together. They all have completely different rules, and they even have different constitutions, if I remember correctly. So you have to go through every state individually to make sure that you actually have what they require in that state in order to roll out. Same as I think it was Robinhood, the other crypto platform, who I think had launched in like 37 states, and the other 13 states were like, hey, what about us? And it's because it takes a long time to kind of get things rolling. Point is, this is happening. I know someone who's trying to sign up for this, and apparently it's a bit strenuous as it takes a bit of time, but I think that it's pretty much because a lot of other people are also trying to sign up at the exact same time. When you have finally a USD market for XRP, Bitcoin, and a whole bunch of other coins on another platform that's not Coinbase, you're going to get a lot of excitement. A lot of people are going to be trying to go there. And I'm going to assume that they do not have a very large amount of people who are working for them who are able to handle all of the traffic, if you will. Last thing I'm going to touch on is, so there is a ICO advisory firm known as Status Group, who said that they believe that the price of Bitcoin will hit $96,000, but over the next 5 years. Status Group published the latest report in its 5-part analysis of the cryptocurrency ecosystem on Friday, this time examining how the cryptocurrency market is valued and whether this valuation matches the actual assets underlying token prices. The report, written by researchers Sherwin Dolat and Michael Hodap, that's an interesting last name, also created predictions for how the market might look over the next few years. I wasn't going to talk about this. Someone in the comment section about 40 minutes ago asked me about this, and I hope you saw my comment. The point is, there are times when I read out price predictions, it's not because, I think they sound fantastical and I just want to share them with you guys. I do them because they are relatively realistic. This company, the things that they've claimed, I want to share them with you so that you kind of get an understanding of why you shouldn't always listen to price predictions. They claimed that not only will Bitcoin hit $96,000 in the next 5 years, but about 95% of the cryptocurrency market is going to completely collapse, and I will show you the chart that they made. They have that Bitcoin is currently at 7,000. It's going to go up to 32,000, and then 10 years it'll only hit 143,000. On the opposite side, they have that Ethereum is 292, and 10 years from now, the maximum that it'll hit is $588. XRP they have at 30 cents. They said next year it'll go to 0. And in 10 years, it'll be less than half a cent. Bitcoin Cash will go from $558 where it is right now. In 10 years, it'll be $180. EOS will be $6 where it is right now. Next year, it's going to be 5 cents. Stellar will go from 20 cents to 1 cent. Litecoin will go from 62 to 65 in the next 365 days. And after 10 long years, Litecoin will only get to $225, and not even counting into the fact that Litecoin hit 400 just a couple of months ago. Cardano will go from 10 cents to 0 to less than a cent and remain less than a cent over the course of a 10-year period. But for some reason, Monero goes from $100 to $1,400 in a year, and within 10 years actually hits $39,000 randomly for no apparent reason. They actually state in this argument that they believe that privacy coins will be the future of crypto, that for some reason at some point in the next year, everyone is going to dump all of their money just into privacy coins and apparently only into Bitcoin and maybe some cents into Ethereum. That's why I saw people, there were multiple other websites who were talking about this. They had the article header was Bitcoin to hit 96,000. And I'm like, I've seen those numbers before. That's totally fine. And I said, let me actually click on one. And then the person in the comment section also mentioned it as well. And they were asking if I thought that XRP was actually going to go to 0 next year. I don't think. How do I put this in the nicest way possible? The only way for XRP to go to 0 is if Bitcoin goes to around 500. The entire crypto market needs to collapse into itself like a black star in order for XRP to hit 1 cent. Even for EOS, you know what needs to happen? Oh, that's great. You made it even bigger. You know, I can do that. You know what needs to happen for EOS to actually hit 5 cents? These blockchains have to be destroyed. Like, people have to lose complete confidence in all of these things. And the fact, how do you get $62 and then 365 days from now saying the Litecoin will only go up by 4% over a 12-month period? I thought these numbers were funny. Like I wasn't even going to talk about it. But when I saw the actual chart that I didn't realize I could make larger, and I saw Monero going from 103 to $39,000 in 10 years. You know what would have to happen to the world's financial space and for cryptocurrencies for XRP to remain below a cent in 10 years and for EOS to only hit $4.80? Do you understand how EOS works? How the system is allocated, that the more apps that you build on top of it, the more coins that you need, and this is why there's going to be a scarcity of coins, and this is why we have that $1,000 prediction. Whether you believe that number or not, it's still mathematically there, and it's possibly correct. Just thought I'd share all that stuff with you. Like I said, don't believe every price prediction that you see. The things I do share with you guys, I try to make sure that they're at least slightly realistic. When I made the other video and I was telling you my price predictions, and I was like, this can happen because, and I gave you like the numbers of like, as far as like this coin would have a market cap of 46 billion. I could definitely see if we have a multi-trillion-dollar market cap that this coin could definitely hit an 85 billion market cap. You know, the somewhat realistic. I'm certain we're going to definitely hear from Satis Research Group in the next couple of months again, as the prices no longer match what they're saying here, and they're going to try and revamp it. But to think that all these coins would just drop and then just stay where they are forever over the 10 years is just kind of ridiculous. I just thought I'd share that. Little frustrating, I guess, when people give numbers like this. It kind of, I'm going to assume, I definitely don't know Satis, but I'm going to say that they probably hold a large amount of Bitcoin, Monero, and not as much Dash as they do Monero. That's just how I feel about it. Hope you all enjoyed, despite my rant. That was very frustrating to see these numbers. I hope you guys all have a great day, morning, afternoon, and or evening, depending on where you are or what you might be, where you might be. I just woke up that's my excuse for all of this. Thank you once again for watching and listening, and I'll talk to you all soon. See you.